What kind of watch does an Oscar-winning actor actually wear? A diamond, gold, or a $1 million grail? Most Hollywood stars collect the flashy diamonds and oversized gold cases to get noticed. But Cillian Murphy, he walks a completely different path. So today, we're counting down the watches of Cillian Murphy one by one. Kicking off our list in Cillian's collection is the Hamilton Cushion B from the 1930s. Now, when Christopher Nolan set out to make Oppenheimer, he made one thing absolutely clear. Every single detail had to be historically accurate, right down to the watches on his character's wrists. For J. Robert Oppenheimer, as portrayed by Cillian Murphy, 3 vintage Hamilton watches were chosen for the film: the Cushion B, Endicott, and Lexington. First up is the Cushion B, and this thing is pure retro Americana. The Cushion B features a cushion-shaped case that screams vintage American design, finished with a white dial and oversized Arabic numerals. The watch is tiny by modern standards, with only 26.7mm, but on screen it carries an enormous presence. Hamilton had to scour their network of vintage collectors and enthusiasts to track down the original period pieces that Nolan needed, which tells you just how rare and historically significant these timepieces are. When you see this watch on Murphy's wrist in Oppenheimer, you're looking at a genuine artifact of American watchmaking history. But the Cushion B was just the beginning. Murphy's second Hamilton in Oppenheimer takes things in an entirely different direction. Coming in at number 8 is the Hamilton Endicott from the 1940s. Now, if the Cushion B were bold and brash, the Endicott is more refined, and it fits the character of Cillian Murphy perfectly. The Endicott is a round design in a brassy gold-plated case with matching numerals and hands. It features a more intricate dial with a sub-counter at 6 o'clock for the small seconds, giving it more precise scientific feel. This is the kind of watch you'd imagine a brilliant theoretical physicist wearing during the most consequential years of the 20th century. Each of these 3 Hamilton models, chosen for Murphy's character, balances scientific precision and focus with a pioneering spirit of individuality. In Oppenheimer, Nolan didn't pick these watches by accident. Every detail was a storytelling decision, and the Endicott's refined gold tone speaks to Oppenheimer's intellectual authority and complex inner world. And if you thought 2 Hamiltons and 1 character was impressive, Oppenheimer's third watch might just be the most striking of the trio. Sliding into the 7th spot is the Hamilton Lexington from the 1940s. Now, this is the one that watch lovers and film critics couldn't stop talking about. The Lexington is a steel model with a round shape, short crown, black dial, and white numerals. It has a more military feel to it, but with just enough Art Deco influence to remain civilian. What makes this watch so poetic in a film about the infinite moral grays of human decision-making is the fact that it's a black and white watch. That's the kind of detail that makes watch spotters absolutely obsessed. The Lexington is rare, historically significant, and now permanently linked to one of cinema's greatest performances. Now we step away from the screen and into real life, because Cillian Murphy's off-duty watch game is just as fascinating. At number 6, we have the Omega Railmaster. While most celebrities wear watches handed to them by a PR team, watch enthusiasts noticed something different when Cillian Murphy showed up to Oppenheimer press events wearing a very obscure, very specific Omega. Cillian sports the rare neo-vintage Railmaster, a 36mm stainless steel case with a black dial featuring lume film triangle hour markers, Arabic numerals, and an arrow-tipped hour hand designed for maximum legibility. What makes this particularly telling is just how niche this reference is. Watch forum regulars noted that this limited production Railmaster is obscure enough that it's likely his own personal piece, not a brand loan, meaning Murphy genuinely hunted this down because he loved it. He even swapped out the standard metal bracelet for a dressier black leather strap, showing real personal taste rather than just wearing whatever was handed to him. With a market price starting from $6,000, this is the watch of a genuine enthusiast. Now, so far, we've seen the tip of the iceberg in Murphy's collection, but the next watches tell an entirely different story of him. So stick around with us, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And speaking of genuine taste, the next watch on our list showed up at one of the biggest nights in Hollywood. Breaking into the top 5 is the Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra shades. When Cillian Murphy walked the red carpet at the SAG Awards, where he took home the Best Actor prize for Oppenheimer, all eyes were on his wrist. And what did he choose? Not a Rolex, not a Patek. He went with the sleek, understated Omega Aqua Terra shades, and it was a masterclass in quiet confidence. Released in 2022, the Aqua Terra shades has a 38mm steel body with a clean sun-brushed blue face. Omega eliminated the traditional horizontal teak texture of larger Aqua Terras in favor of this purer, more refined dial. The timepiece runs on the caliber 8800, ensuring a 55-hour power reserve. The result is a watch that looks expensive without shouting about it, which is exactly how Cillian Murphy operates in every aspect of his public persona. The Aqua Terra shades retails for around $6,000, and it's one of those pieces that looks equally at home on a movie set or at the world's most prestigious award ceremonies. But as impressive as the Aqua Terra is, the next Omega watch comes with a striking gold feature. Cracking the top 4 is the Omega Ville Trésor in Sedna gold. The 2024 Golden Globes were already a landmark night for Cillian Murphy as he took home Best Actor for Oppenheimer, completing one of cinema's most celebrated award season's runs. But what really turned heads in the watch community was what was on his wrist. Murphy paired his dapper Saint Laurent ensemble with the Omega Ville Trésor in Sedna gold, a 40mm case crafted from 18-karat Sedna gold, housing a domed burgundy dial with a small seconds display at 6 o'clock and one of Omega's most advanced mechanical movements. Sedna gold, for those who don't know, is Omega's proprietary rose gold alloy, and it's more durable than standard rose gold and keeps its warm colour far longer over time. The combination of burgundy lacquer and rose gold is dramatic but never excessive, just like the man wearing it. The Trésor retails at around $18,000, and it's one of those watches that rewards people who actually know what they're looking at. And if that level of elegance blew your mind, wait until you see how Murphy showed up at the Oscars. Taking the spot among the top 3 is the Omega Ville Prestige in steel with the pine green dial. Cillian wore the 41mm Ville Prestige in steel with a pine green dial for the winner of Best Actor in a Leading Role for Oppenheimer. Murphy showed up in a classic two-piece suit with a golden brooch and signature bow tie and chose the Omega Ville Prestige with a pine green dial and matching leather strap. The 41mm stainless steel watch features a distinctive dome PVD pine green dial adorned with a vertically stamped sunbrush pattern, yellow gold plated hands, Roman numerals and cabochon indexes, a date window at 3 o'clock and a small second subdial at 6 o'clock. At a retail price of around $5,100, this is far from the most expensive watch Murphy could have chosen for the night, and that's exactly the point. He won the most prestigious acting award on earth, and he marked the moment with a timepiece that speaks to his character. The pine green dial against his black tuxedo was one of the quietly perfect style moments of the entire ceremony. But even this Oscar night masterpiece has to give way to the one watch that Murphy kept reaching for throughout the entire 2024 awards season. Taking the runner-up spot is the Omega Ville Prestige in Sedna gold. If one watch defines Cillian Murphy's relationship with Omega, it's this one. By all accounts, the Ville Prestige in Sedna gold appears to be his favourite watch in the series. He's been spotted in it at multiple high-profile events throughout the awards season. At the Critics' Choice Awards, where he was nominated for Best Actor, Cillian wore the Omega Ville Prestige 41mm in Sedna gold on a leather strap, a watch he had also worn at the BAFTAs. The Sedna Gold edition features a contrasting blue face with Sedna Gold accents and an alligator leather strap that perfectly matches the dial's colour palette, with a recessed railway track on the outer zone tying the whole look together. This is a watch that looks like it was designed specifically for Cillian Murphy. The blue dial and warm gold case create a combination that's subtle enough to never distract from the man wearing it, yet striking enough that the moment you notice it, you can't look away. And with that amazing piece, we move towards the final watch on Murphy's list. Finally, the last watch that made the cut to the list is the Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso. At the New York premiere of Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man, Murphy stepped onto the red carpet wearing a timepiece that perfectly captured his signature aura of understated dominance, the Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso. It was a watch choice that didn't scream for attention, yet instantly commanded respect. Much like Murphy's performances, the Reverso has always been about presence over noise. The tribute duo-face Small Seconds Murphy features a beautifully proportioned stainless steel case measuring approximately 47mm lug to lug and just under 10mm thick, giving it a slim, elegant wrist profile that slides effortlessly under formal tailoring. On one side, the watch presents a refined sunray brush dial complete with applied baton hour markers, Dauphine hand, and a recessed small second subdial that adds a layer of classic mechanical charm. So there you have it, the complete watch collection of Cillian Murphy. From the 3 vintage Hamiltons to obsessive Omega loyalty that's defined his real-life red carpet appearances. And if this collection surprised you, stick around because our next video dives into another legendary style icon's watch vault. See you there.